Hey guys, so you will see that this video actually has two intros. You'll see the original one after this, but I wanted to share the experience of seeing Blink-182 and just kind of do a vlog, but I did experience something negative going through security with an ostomy, and I wanted to share that too. So I'm going to share the whole vlog first and all the fun things. I do actually mention the incident kind of in the middle of the video, and then I will talk a little bit more about it towards the end of this video. So hopefully you enjoy. I want to make sure you guys know that the day was not shadowed by this. It wasn't ruined, but it did negatively impact me. It was embarrassing, and even as somebody who's pretty open about their ostomy, it didn't feel good. So I wanted to make sure that I talked about that too, and I didn't think that that was going to happen, so yes, but let's get into the video. Hey guys, it's Maggie and I am back today. I'm so excited. This is going to be a little vlog. I'm going to take you along today. We are doing something for my birthday that Zach got tickets for months and months ago that I have been wanting to do for years at this point. And we had tickets before and it got canceled like probably 3 or 4 years ago. Actually like 5, I think. But we are going to do this today, so I'm gonna take you along, show you how I'm preparing. I've had to prepare for this because if this is my last day alive, like, okay. All right, I'm totally kidding. Hopefully I live beyond this evening, but I do have a feeling that I won't have a voice by the end of this vlog because we are seeing Blink-182. They are my favorite band. I have loved them for like 15 years. We actually, Zach and I, when we got married, when we walked back up the aisle, we walked back up to All the Small Things. So, and a number of our dance songs were Blink-182, like we did First Date. We may have done What's My Age Again, but I know we did First Date. So one of the things that I had to do this morning, which you'll see why I did it, I woke up this morning and my ostomy was completely full, and I don't often show that to you guys, but I figure let me be real with you. This is how I often wake up. I slept super late today, which I'm actually very glad about. I usually wake up around 7:30 or 8. I slept till 11 a.m. That's unheard of for me. Maybe my body was like, you're gonna be up late tonight, so let's just sleep. But yeah, I woke up with a completely full ostomy bag. It's a miracle it didn't pop in bed. So whenever that happens, I make sure to change my bag because it will start to lift off. So I actually just changed my ostomy not too long ago. I think, you know, I wanted to do that anyway because we're traveling a little bit to go to this concert. It's 2 hours away. But I had a really nice morning. I drank my coffee. When I woke up, I just sat and relaxed. I looked up the set list, I think the set list for tonight, so I can make a playlist for us to play in the car ride there so I can practice my vocals and get my voice nice and raw before the concert. And I took the dogs out this morning, and Zach's actually outside now, so if you hear some outside noise, Zach's outside with them to give them some activity today since we'll be away for a little bit. I did my makeup all fun. You can kind of see it. I'll zoom in for you guys. Can you see it? Look at how pretty it is. I did some blue sparkles, and I feel like a very Blink-182 outfit. I've got some ripped jeans. I got this t-shirt I got at a thrift store. I'm hoping to purchase my own Blink-182 concert shirt tonight. That is the hope. I'm very excited, as you can tell. It's gonna be an awesome day. So I'm about to make us some lunch. I'm actually gonna make us some sandwiches, but we also got crabs yesterday. That sounded a little funny. We purchased edible crabs at the grocery store yesterday. So I'm going to steam them up, and we'll have that for lunch, which, because crabs can be a little bit funny on my tummy, I took loperamide earlier. I've been drinking a lot of Noon today. Really been trying to hydrate as best as I can because, you know, I don't know what will be available to me at the concert. Also, I may be limited in the bag that I can bring in. They do have bag specifications They did say though for medical reasons I could bring something bigger, so I advocate and tell you guys, like, if you need to bring something, you tell them that you have a medical issue. But when it comes to myself, I'm like, oh, I don't want to be a bother or anything. But it would really be a lot easier if I could just bring, it's not even a big purse, it's like it's a backpack purse that I bring around, and it's got all my supplies and stuff. It would be easier to have that. I'm gonna go make some lunch. I love this wide angle lens. You can actually see both of us.
Enjoying our lovely crab feast.
That's a turkey sandwich.
That's a joke. No. It's actually
I'm so excited. So, somebody posted on Instagram that they're going tonight too, and they put Venmo written on the back of their car for Blink tickets. Oh no, need money for drinks. That too. I'm so excited.
We'll head out in like a little over an hour.
Yeah. I'm just finishing up the crabs now. Hopefully I did them right. Shut up, Leroy.
It's Leroy.
Who's being loud, okay? It's annoying. This is old. I wouldn't look at the deals. They're probably well expired.
Expired in 2006. Not that old.
No, not quite that old. Yeah, right, Mr. Bear.
You would just eat the whole thing.
You would eat the whole thing.
Now, they're smaller. I wouldn't need any crackers. I would say just, or claw crackers. Probably just a
I don't know if we have any.
knife. Butter knife.
I think we, maybe. Hey, you're wearing your crab shirt.
I thought it was topical. A little something. They were pre-cooked or pre-steamed at Weiss.
Very
Dripped on your
nice.
table and phone.
Yeah, it's just the kind of food that I know is not going to sit well.
I know.
For Roy. I hate
I know.
that.
That's why I
Until as
asked.
soon as I start eating something, I'm like,
It's good though, your body knows.
Yeah.
It knows.
I think I'm ready to go, if you are.
Yeah, let me just check and make sure it's the Hershey Stadium Giant Center. Yeah, it is.
Okay. I've got headache medicine, nausea medication, bringing water, jacket. I'm excited. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be great. Okay, I don't know if my camera's gonna stay here. We're on the highway. We are on the highway at Bumpy Road. This is the professionalism I have. I'm gonna
wedge a little.
I've got a mask, some chapstick holding you guys up. That's not gonna work. Another mask. Let's
It's because we're doing road work and there's just
It's just super bumpy.
Yeah.
Super duper bumpy. Okay.
It's better now.
I wanted to show you guys. Well, then I'm trying to have you in the frame too. Okay. This is the backpack I'm bringing. It's too big according to their guidelines, so we'll see.
Close.
It's close, but I'll show you what I'm bringing. Right now I'm wearing Hollister bags. Okay, we'll just have it on me, I guess. It doesn't want to be on you. Right now I'm wearing Hollister because that's what I have in stock in my Ostomy supply drawer. And I'm bringing a ton of the non-drainables because this is super easy in bathrooms. I will take the old bag off into a little trash baggie, click a new one on, and I'm out in 2 seconds. So that's super easy, and I always get asked, how do I empty these? I empty through the ring. It's super weird, but that's what I do.
Do you think you're going to get a flag through security?
I'm not bringing this. I'm bringing my phone.
No, I meant with Roy and everything.
No, the type that they do at those doesn't scan you like that. It's just like a metal detector usually. Unless this is like TSA. I've never experienced that at a concert. It's usually just metal detector and they'll open my bag. And I'll have to explain, I assume, because my bag's too big, that I'm carrying a lot of medical supplies because I've got a ton of these guys in there. You never know. You never know when your stomach's gonna go crazy. Better not be tonight though.
It's too much glare.
Cheers.
Clink.
Clink. There's a lot of people. Yeah, we got here at like the perfect time. People are playing beer pong.
Really?
Right there. They got a table and everything. I'm kidding.
Oh, nice. They got long games too.
Wow.
They have a whole bunch of long games.
And the comparison between seeing all the Taylor Swift people in their fancy outfits, everyone's wearing black here.
They have time, yeah.
All right, guys, we are in. We've got our adult beverages.
Or
I was mildly embarrassed.
I tried to help too. I kept telling them.
So I brought a larger bag, but they said online that if you had medical supplies that you needed to bring in, which I do, I have a lot of ostomy bags just in case. And I had to tell like 5 different people, and I had to explain exactly what it was. And I don't like doing that, even though I
tried arguing for you too.
He did. He was really great. He's like, it's medical supplies.
'Cause I knew it was
I was
gonna get
embarrassed.
flagged.
I was very embarrassed and went right into the porta potty and like was sad, but we're fine. It's not Blink's fault. But look at the cute shirt.
I love it.
It's so cute.
Wait, in the back.
Adorable. So we're trying to find some food.
We're gonna have fun.
Are they playing Bubbly by 𝐜𝐨𝐥𝐿𝐬 right now?
Yeah, it's a Blink cover.
I love it. Maybe they're not. Maybe. I don't think they are. It just really sounded like it. All right, we're gonna find
I don't think we
fries.
should touch this. It look shocking.
We're gonna find some fries
Or
because
something.
It's smart
I don't know.
to soak it up.
Before everyone gets in and gets crowded, have something, get some nourishment and
Oh yeah, which we did eat well before, as you saw.
some crabs.
But
Well, I had.
I had a small portion of one. But that's our experience so far. As you can see, we had an amazing time. We met some new friends. We got to sit with them during the concert and just like scream till our voices were totally gone. It's 2 days later and I feel like I still sound a little funky. And I think I was like headbanging so much that I pulled a muscle in my neck, and I have blisters on my feet because I wore heels, not knowing I'd have to walk as far as I did from our car. But the whole experience was amazing, except for going through security. I'll share a little bit more in detail. I know I did it in the video, but essentially what happened was I felt like I had to tell so many people that I was carrying medical supplies, and there was no discreetness about it. There was no, one-on-one conversation where I could explain why I was carrying a larger bag than what their rules allowed for. So essentially, we did look up ahead of time the rules on bringing bags in. It did say that you had to have a small like clutch or purse. You couldn't bring in what I was bringing in. But it also had an exemption to that rule that if you had medical supplies, you were fine. So I was counting on that, especially because another rule that they had was you could not leave. Once you were in there, you were in there. And if you left, you would have to buy a whole new ticket to come back in, which is kind of ridiculous. But it meant that I had to bring everything with me. Everything to change my ostomy had to be in my bag. It wouldn't fit in a small clutch. The most I can fit in a small clutch is a couple of just the ostomy bags with the trash bags. And I'll do that like if we go to a restaurant or something, and if my bag leaks, I can run out to the car and get my supplies. That was not an option, which is why I opted to bring my bag. And the whole experience kind of made me question, like, was I being ridiculous? Should I not have brought my ostomy supplies with me? I don't know. So as we're walking up to security, there is a whole line of security guards with the scanners that you go through, the metal detectors. And we're walking around, and we first run into 2 security guards who stop me immediately, and they're like, hey, you can't go in with that bag. And I was like, no, it's medical supplies. And they immediately were like, oh, you're fine, you're all good, keep going. So we keep walking, and as I'm passing a security guard that is at a metal detector, she stops me. She calls me out of the crowd and goes, you can't go in with that. And I'm like, it's medical supplies. And even Zach was like, no, it's medical supplies. She can. He was advocating for me. I'm a little more, I guess, soft-spoken about it. And we didn't, the security guard that we wound up going to was only 3 or 4 people down from the woman that just called me out of the crowd. Like, I could hear her from where I was, and I was almost to the guy that I was gonna go see to get through. So I assumed that he would have heard too. But he didn't, I guess, because he was looking in the direction. That was the confusing thing. He was watching this occur. Because no one was going through his line. He saw our conversation, was looking at us, was looking at me when I came up to him. Whatever. So I placed my backpack down on the table because I know they're probably going to look through it. And he's like, you can't bring that in. And I'm sitting there like, did you not just see the occurrence where I had to explain from, 10, 15 feet away? I was like, medical supplies, I have medical supplies. So people are hearing this. I didn't enjoy that. But apparently he didn't hear. So then I was like, I have medical supplies in there. And he kind of paused. And I was like, I'm going to need to get my manager. And I'm like, okay, go for it. So he brings his manager over, and immediately his manager looks at the backpack. It's not a big backpack, you guys saw. He's like, you can't bring that in there. And I'm like, sir, I have medical supplies. And he kind of looked like he didn't believe me for a second. So I was like, I have an ostomy, I have an ileostomy, I have my supplies in there for it. So he goes, okay, well, I'm going to need you to open this up. So I opened it up for him to take a look, and right on top I had an ostomy bag. And so I pointed and I was like, that's some of my supplies. Like, that's my ostomy bag. So that seemed to settle it once he saw the supplies. But at this point, he says, you're good to go through. I'm walking through, and behind me I hear someone go, why is she getting through with that backpack? And then I heard somebody else say, oh, she's got medical supplies. I don't know if that was somebody from security or if that was another concert goer. But having to explain to 4 or 5 different people that it's medical supplies, I'm not trying to sneak anything in here. I legitimately have a reason to bring stuff in. It felt like I was creating a ruckus that I didn't want to create. I would have liked to have kept this as a one-on-one discreet conversation, and that was not an option for me. These security guards just, as I'm walking by, you can't bring that in. I'm like, I'm multiple feet away from you, and I have to, maybe I should have just walked up to them. Give me a minute, let me come over to you and explain. I don't know. I don't know if I explained it well enough, if I should have used other terms or been more firm or what. And I have no problem explaining. I have no problem, with them looking through my stuff to ensure that I'm not bringing anything inappropriate. It was just, there was nothing discreet about it. And it just felt like, well, now I'm labeled as the person that has to bring medical supplies in. That's what it felt like. I was pretty embarrassed. So Zach shows our tickets to the ticket checker, and we go through, and as we finally get through, I'm like, Zach, that was humiliating. And so I went right into a bathroom and just took a minute to be mildly sad. I was really embarrassed. I know I shouldn't be. I know that I shouldn't be, but I don't know. I don't need that many people being aware of my situation. I don't know. So if you work in security and someone says they have medical supplies, please be discreet with them. They might not want everybody in the vicinity to know their situation. I didn't. But the day was still great. It was an amazing concert, and I had so much fun. I'm in pain. It's 2 days later, and I'm still in pain. Totally worth it, though. And glad we got to make some new friends and just have an amazing night. But I did want to share that with you guys. That was my experience. That's the real life, I guess, of having an ostomy. I've never experienced that going through security. I feel like most of the time if I'm going through security, it's at the airport, and they've always been pretty good. Yeah, that's the experience, but I'm not going to let that shadow the day. It truly was great. And so Thank you guys so much for watching this. If you want to share any experiences you have with security and going through with medical supplies or medical equipment, let me know in the comments below. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys soon. Bye, guys.